Ooh, welcome in, everybody. It is the Friday edition of Daily Bread coming at you live right at 12:30 on the East Coast. So perfect time if you're on lunch and the perfect way to start off your day. If you're on the West Coast for all you need to know before locking in your place on this full MLB slate and the three NBA playoff games. The show is powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be DMing them to get in on that weekend deal if you just want to test it out or hit them up for a week or month as well. The number one spot in Discord to be out there. We're live on Twitter at Daily Bread Media. Appreciate all of you who are tapping in with us there. Stream on it and Twitter still hate each other, but YouTube is the number one spot to be featuring your comments. We haven't had a Friday episode off the rails in a while because we've been coming at you early since there's one day baseball game, and we all know you like to be the action here. So we might have to plan a later stream or something like that so we can get wild since we haven't been in a long time. But how you doing today on this glorious Friday?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Yesterday was a good day. Didn't overdo it. Obviously, the Jazz are a fucking disaster, um, and that's really what yesterday became. Outside of that, everything else hit. Marlins took care of business. Every, you know, Golden State took care of business. Um, Memphis made us sweat, but nothing you can do about those fucking Jazz, man. It's like we see it every year, and it's just it's become the norm at this point. So it is what it is.
Man,
But
I was
really good
we
day.
were kind of joking around saying on the stream with nonsense last week that I was like, what is Jalen Brunson going to get in the post and give him the shimmy and work him? And man, he's doing it. And Royce O'Neal, I mean, that just came out this morning. Do you think his like run attempts he was taking at those guys was as dirty as it is?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, just not a good look. It's probably the best way to put it. I don't want to
It's
get
just
into
yeah,
it
it's just
that
not a
much,
good look
but
for sure. For sure, not a good look. I mean, end of the day, man, it's playoff basketball. We're gonna hear a lot of complaining about calls because that's just the nature of the sport. That's just the nature of it. You heard Kevin Durant talk about it after the game. No one knows how the game is going to be officiated before the game. That's something we find out that's fluid throughout the ball game. So you saw the Minnesota game last night, lots of foul calls, but
mhm.
that's no surprise because Minnesota committed the most fouls in basketball, and Memphis shot the most free throws in the league. So those two things correlate, you know. And like I said, the way the game is officiated is one of the largest mitigating factors in winning right now, man. They're playing a role, and it's not good to blame them, but it's good to be cognizant of the facts of what we're actually seeing. And referees have indeed impacted games, no question.
Jordan Poole, shout out to him. Man, just
Yeah,
can't miss right now.
he's just seeing the Brinks truck just get closer and closer to his residence.
And like we said, those guards for the Nuggets just can't handle it. But in today's episode, we got four segments coming at you live. So we'll talk about Jay Wright first. Then we'll get into the MLB plays. And then I'm going to stump Sosa with my trivia question. And then we'll get into the NBA playoffs.
I
That's the
doubt
way
it,
we'll
but
run it
okay,
today.
sounds good to
So let's
me.
talk about Jay Wright real quick because we didn't get to talk about it yet, but being from the greater Philadelphia area, I think we got to talk about it when his reign is over. Retiring, we can put it in quotes, but I think it's for real. But Sosa, I know you have a lot of thoughts on this, and you really haven't talked about it on Spaces or anywhere yet about Jay Wright. So let's hear what you have to say about his retirement.
I mean, bro, I love the guy. I mean, he went to a program uh, and that had good tradition, but hadn't won in a long time. He showed up, built a culture. He put a ton of people in the NBA, a ton of people that have had very long, successful careers. Maybe not superstars, but he's done that. it's just, it's sad to see him roll. But the thing for me, the biggest reason why he's doing it is I don't think Villanova is going to be able to start. They're not going to be able to compete with this NIL stuff here coming up.
Nope.
I really do not believe so. And I think that Jay is cut from that old school cloth where it's already hard for him to recruit. Kids already go to Villanova knowing that they're going to sit there for a year, develop and learn the game of basketball. But in this era, we just saw Sheboy get what, $2 million?
Yep.
Like,
and Jay Wright hinted and gave out like a few nuggets throughout the season of how he was going to be retiring at the end. He never said it outright, but in the Final Four, he said one last time for like hoops or whatever in the building. So that's where I think he had it more planned out. And I just want to say, I mean, as much as I dislike Nova, you got to give him all the credit what is due because he stuck there. He built a program, and over the past 10 years, if not, you can go back to 2010, the most consistent program there is out there, and that hurts to say. He never left, and he didn't make it a whole show like another coach did to retire, which I like even that much more, as he went out on his own accord. He didn't need the red carpet or anything like that, which I really like from his aspect as well.
83% win percentage. 83 since the reformation of the Big East. That's insane. That's utter domination. And he's done it while putting players in the league, and none of them are one and dones. That's elite coaching. That's absolutely elite.
In the league's been more of the past 6 seasons, though, I would have to say.
Absolutely. So just for me,
shout out Scotty Reynolds, though. Not trying to say anything bad about Scotty Reynolds or Malik Waynes or anyone like that. They all get their credit when it's due, but I was just saying that consistent and impact NBA players have been coming more as of late, which makes sense.
Absolutely. I mean, but you say impact. There are guys who have had 10-year careers coming from Nova. So it's a 50-50 there with that statement. I mean, like I said, Jay also, the one thing that Jay doesn't get enough credit for is the innovation. Jay was ahead of his time a decade.
Especially on defense, which he doesn't get the credit for.
He does not get the credit for the innovation to basketball that he added as a coach. You're talking about a guy who played 3 guards and showed you small ball and how to be effective. And that template was taken to the NBA. People don't even realize that Jay Wright was doing the same shit that now everyone does in the NBA 10 years before they were doing it. People don't give him the respect he deserves. And that's something that's a problem that I have, because like people do not understand his impact as a coach on the game of basketball as a whole.
And then, I 100% agree. In the last 3 seasons, you hit it on the head with the offense. He was putting in the back cut defense and other schemes like that, which he took from the NBA into there. So it goes vice versa as well, where he adapted and saw shit that works and put it in there. And he always got the most out of his squad, which is what you see the best of a coach, because he went the 4-out offense some years when they needed it. Yes, so shout out to him. One last thing, and then we'll get into the MLB plays. TV, chilling, or is he coaching in the NBA?
I think the Nets. I think he should interview for the Nets job, because Steve Nash will be fired in a couple of months. I don't know. TV. I think he's still young, man. I mean, I know he's retiring. Some guys want to be with the wife and kids. Some guys want a new challenge. I don't think that he's burnt out.
His kids are pretty old at this point too.
Well, I didn't catch that.
His kids are pretty old at this point too. They're all like past college at this point.
Right. So again, with him, I think he. I think TV. I could see him still doing something, man. The door is always open.
All right, let's get into the MLB plays, and then we'll get into the trivia, then NBA playoffs. I'm going to stump Sosa. I'm going to keep piping it up. Nerfies, what are we going with? It looks like the chat was saying the early game got canceled today as well.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. All right, so no action until 6:40 today in the MLB slate. So where are we starting it off with?
We're going to start off in the Rockies-Tigers game. Rockies at Tigers, no runs first inning. It's at minus 135 now. Line shot for it. Maybe you can get a better price. I love the Nerfy. I love the 2 teams. I love the matchup. Simple as that for me. I love the pitching matchup. I think they both get you 3 outs.
I Not
do
canceled, just
also,
moved to tonight. Yep, 8:05 start now.
and tonight we're rolling with the New York Yankees
Ooh,
on the run line
ooh.
against Eli Morgan
All
at the
right.
stadium. If
I
you
needed to hear that last part.
from day one, you know Eli Morgan is a friend of the show.
Great friend.
He's a
I was
friend of
about
the
to say, I
show.
was waiting for the kicker there because I thought you would lead it off with that part and not just be leading with the Yankees because, boy, did that Tiger series, it did not instill any type of confidence. And the joke, are they earning their pinstripes?
How does one do that exactly?
I don't know. I guess you'd be good.
We know the Yankees don't start hitting until Cinco de Mayo. Like, y'all should know this. If y'all been watching the Yankees the last 3 seasons, they don't start hitting the ball till Cinco de Mayo. And it might be a little later this year because the season didn't start on time. Just saying.
Yep. So in the Cubs Pirates game, even though it got moved to later, the first time where pitchers are running it back against each other, and against the same teams and against the same matchup, Smiley and Quintana both faced each other earlier. The one nugget I had here is the Cubs are minus 170. A lot of people, not too crazy facing the Pirates, but they both are holding the same record. They're 4-0 against lefties, and all the games have gone under. I think one of those trends break tonight, and I think it'd be more likely to go over than anything else here. Second time you get to see a pitcher within 10 days. Think you should know where it's going. I'd have to lean the over 7.5 here.
So we're going Pittsburgh, Chicago, over 7.5, minus 108.
I don't know. Is it a lean or is it an official?
Is it?
Can move to later. The weather's kind of questionable, especially with Cubs.
Yeah,
I think we just keep it as a lean.
The thing is, I agree with you because this is a game that got pushed back, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I would lean towards the over because pitchers, especially on game day, are extreme creatures of habit. And when you're slated to start at a certain time and it gets moved back 8 hours, completely changes your mindset. I think both pitchers could be coming out here getting their ass kicked. So I like the over as well. I do.
And then the second spot that I have here potentially is the Cardinals. You nailed it, fading them yesterday and backing Pablo Lopez and the Fish. This is the shortest at plus 110 the Reds have been since the 5th game of the season and the 2nd game of their current L streak. So they're at plus 110 with Green on the mound, gun against Mats. Are the books just begging you to take the Cardinals here at this short price? Because you kind of just fade the team that's continually streaking. Because when you can get the Cardinals at minus 119, it's a tough way to argue against that one.
It's hard to not jump on the Cardinals money line. I think you kind of have to veer that way. Unless Cincinnati has made you no money throughout this run. They've been exceptionally horrible. And against the Cardinals, I think like they're trying to bait you. I'd stay away from it. I would continue to fade the team that's been complete shit unless they show me otherwise.
Yeah, I was about to say it was the first game of their losing streak. They put up 5 runs, but past then they haven't broken 3 runs in this current long losing streak. So I'm gonna take the bait. I'm gonna take the Fish. I'm gonna back the Redbirds at minus 119.
Yes, sir.
Go Mets.
And tonight we're splitting a unit on Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber to hit a home run.
Woo!
In the Phillies-Milwaukee game, Peralta on the mound, Suarez on the mound, Phillies back at the crib. We know their pitching sucks. Ranger Suarez got lit up the last time we saw him. Peralta hasn't looked good. Milwaukee's offense is rolling. The Phillies' offense is primed for a spot to light a pitcher up. We're going to go Bryce Harper to hit a home run at plus 340. Kyle Schwarber to hit a home run at plus 385. I'll probably even sprinkle something on Castellanos. One of those guys is going yard for sure tonight.
Beautiful weather for it to go yard as well.
One of them is going yard tonight. I guarantee it.
So, love it there. Can't really understand the price on the Phils as well. I really don't think they should be favorites, but we're backing players to take it deep, so I like it.
Yes, sir.
Another weird angle that I've seen here, maybe something to keep monitoring because we mentioned it before. Boston so far this season against righties, they're 2-7 overall outright. Even though Walker's on the mound, been untouchable so far this season. Kluber, I mean, I think they've seen him enough. He's been bouncing around that division and with the Guardians, who were the Indians. You like anything in the Rays, Sox?
I think I'd lean towards the first 5 over, if anything. That was the look I was looking at. First 5 over 4.5. I think that both pitchers are in prime time to get smacked around. Nicer weather. As the weather gets warmer, we're going to get more runs, especially with this humidor situation and the games being played inside in Tampa. So I like this game to go over. I like the first 5 over 4.5 at plus 118. It's a plus money. You're getting a great price. I think that Waka or Kluber can easily give up the 5 themselves. I definitely believe that both teams get on the board early in this game.
Love that angle on both of the pitchers' ERA. One's 0.96 and the other's 1.86. I like it. The bats are coming alive here.
Yeah, it's everybody.
Any other nerfies you got on the board today? Or are you saving that for the other spot?
My bad. I didn't even catch anything you just said because I was talking too. My fault.
I was about to say, any other spots, any other nerfies? Or are you saving that for the other spot?
The only other thing that I'm definitely rolling with is the San Francisco Giants first 5 run line minus half a run at plus 120. Obviously, we know why. Patrick Corbin is pitching for the Washington Nationals, and we fade him every opportunity we get. The game is the game.
Damn, you don't even want to talk Dodgers? That's how scared you are
tonight? No, that's for the the people, the other people.
Yeah, the last spot I kind of like that on the board here, and I think it's a potential run line spot, is the Mariners, just because they produce at home at a much higher clip. They're hitting 30% higher on their batting average. You can get the run line at plus 160 going against the Royals tonight, them returning back to the crib. I think the bats get hot back there, so I'm going to take them on the run line at plus 160. Even though it doesn't fit the mold, we usually try to fade Flexen at home, but both of the games have gone under so far in the starts. So I like the bats to get hot for the Mariners.
Let's get it. On to the association.
Now the trivia question.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
All right, so there's 3 combinations you have to nail here for each correct answer. So there's been a college that's had a starting quarterback win a Super Bowl and a president of the United States. So you got to give me the college, the president, and the quarterback. I don't think you'll be able to get any of the presidents. So I'll take 2 of the 3.
What are the 3? A quarter? Say it again one more time.
There's a college that's produced an NFL starting quarterback that's won the Super Bowl and a president.
John Elway is the quarterback.
Yep.
And the president. I know this, dog. I fucking know this. Oh, my God.
What's the college?
Stanford.
Okay. You have to give me all 3, man.
I know that's easy.
Man, there's a damn name.
Jimmy Carter.
What?
Jimmy Carter.
No.
I don't know.
Herbert Hoover.
I knew the fucking quarterback, though. That was easy.
You don't know the other 4?
I knew that.
You should know at least one of the other 4 just because that's local to you.
Quarterbacks?
Yeah.
So this is 4 different schools?
Yeah, there's 5 different schools. You got one of the 5. So that's where I was saying when I was talking shit, you wouldn't be able to get 2 of the 5 combinations. One's real local to you. I'm surprised.
You went to Temple?
No. He's the lead at football.
Joe Flacco and Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Woo, that was easy. That was easy.
And there's 3 more. The other 3 are a little bit the difficult ones. Or one's super easy, and then the other 2 are difficult. Who has the most Super Bowl rings?
Pittsburgh.
No, what player?
Tom Brady.
Where'd he go?
Michigan.
And General Ford.
Oh, yeah, you got me. I don't know the other two. They have no chance.
Miami, Ohio, Big Ben.
Ben, wow.
And
Yep.
Ben Harrison, I don't know who that is. And then the other one was the Naval Academy with Jimmy Carter, you're right, and Starbuck.
Oh, man. See,
Told you, you
not as
got
dumb
2
as I
of the
look.
5. You're right on the marker where I got you. All right, let's get into the NBA playoffs. Just wanted to mess with Sosa today.
That was tough. What's the next thing you said?
NBA playoffs.
NBA playoffs. First game is going to be the Atlanta Hawks, Miami Heat. This one's for Roddy. We're gonna rock with Atlanta tonight. They've been great at the crib since January 1st. They played much better at the house. The line is the line for a reason. They got to limit the role players from going crazy. If Jimmy Butler goes for 45, it is what it is. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I mean, I don't think I think we this is a situation where you got to bank on Trae Young bouncing back. Trae Young over 27.5 points, and we're gonna go with Atlanta plus 1.5. That's what we're doing.
Is that what we're doing, or is that what you're doing?
Oh, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Hawks first half better than money line. I don't know here. This is kind of the trappy one because we've seen 2 of the lines flip since open, and that's kind of where with the Heat squad, you can say what you want about the Hawks, but how many times did they play the Heat at home in that 20-3 stretch?
That's a good question. A couple of times.
That's still without Capella, even though they are at home. Your role players might step up a little bit more. I still think the Heat have more to throw at them, and when you can get them on the money line at minus 120, I think you'll be able to get the Hawks at a better price here because the one thing that we've seen with the Hawks is they haven't, start to finish, whooped the squad so far yet this postseason, especially even in the playing games. So that's kind of just where I think if you like the Hawks, I think I might target it live, and I would try to lock in the Heat now. So that's kind of where I'm staying away from it. I'll trust Sosa here, but this is the fishy game of the night to me.
I'm not trying to hear that. I need money. We betting on trade. We're betting on ice trade tonight. It is what it is. And in the Chicago Bulls Milwaukee game, I'm going with Giannis. 35 in a win plus 200, 40 in a win plus 400. One or the other. He's going to hit one or the other. So plus 200, plus 400. Those are the plays. Those are the plays for that game for me. Giannis, the best player in the world to some people. He's one of the top 3 for certain. Top 2. He's better than Jokic to me. It's no question for me. I think that Giannis makes this a series where he just takes it over and just dominates. He understands the assignment. No Middleton available. It's time. Yeah, it is what it is. He understands what he got to do, and he's gonna do it.
Man, his line is just insane because he's also projected for 14.5 boards tonight, and his assist numbers are sitting all the way up at 7.5. They're projecting for him basically to get a walking triple-double tonight, and I don't know if it's more of the contrarian angle, but I would kind of want to fade DeRozan in this spot because you even saw the Bulls Twitter account calling a mid-range game there. That's kind of where you can get hot some games in the falls like that, but the under 29.5, when you can get that close to minus 105, it's a lean. I don't think he breaks 30 tonight, DeRozan.
I can't convince me to do it. I'm not after no. The way that man was hitting the other night.
Well, I was about to say, did you not see game 1 then?
Yeah, but remember what he said after game 1. He said, "I'll never shoot that bad ever," and he was right.
You can get 28. You can get 29.
But the usage and I'm too. And now you got Middleton gone, who's another pretty good perimeter defender. I would be cautious with fading DeRozan, especially after he's reaffirmed himself or reacclimated himself with being the guy who's hitting everything. I right now can't do it. Can't fade DeRozan right now. He's out here trying to shit on people. That might be
1.5 threes made. Not a bad.
Oh yeah. But that's all I got there. I'm on the Giannis train tonight, man. You want to be called a legend. These are the nights. These are the games where you show up in the playoffs. I expect a legendary Friday night performance from Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's simple.
So this is kind of. I mean, the series is tied 1-1, but the series price currently is Bucks at -275. So that's why I kind of think, even though when Middleton going to be out for the rest of the series, Vegas isn't scared that the Bucks aren't going to win this confidently.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go
the last chance to get your Pels +230 in for the series if you truly think they're gonna pull it out. Because if they drop it tonight, do you like their chances to still pull out the series if they drop it tonight, regardless? Because that's where I think you target the +230 for the series price instead of tonight's money line. So you can break it down for me.
On this show, we love the Pelicans. We love the city of New Orleans. We love the people of New Orleans because they've been very, very nice to us. They've been friends to the show since day one. I like this Pelicans team. I do think they have a legitimate chance to win the series against Phoenix, especially with Devin Booker being on the shelf. They do have to play a level of perfect basketball. Here's my only reservation. This team has shown to be very resilient, whether or not certain guys are in the lineup. And I know people are looking at game 2 and they're saying, they were only up 3 when Devin Booker got hurt, but he was so nuclear that to eliminate him, it kind of hits you emotionally. You know what I mean? Where it's like, damn, we can't rely on, we don't have that to rely on. You know what I mean? I think that when you give a team a day to basically reassess things, or a couple of days to reassess things and really get an opportunity to practice without him in the lineup, what it will do is it will allow a level of cohesion amongst the players. I think that Phoenix can still win the series, obviously, but I still think that Phoenix has a very good chance to win it. The Pelicans are going to have to maintain an elite level in order to pull it out. But it's tough for me. I do like the Pelicans to score tonight. I think they put up around 110. So
you think they put up 110?
I think they go for 110. I mean, if you eliminate Devin Booker, who's more of an ISO scorer, you're going to try to get out in transition, and you're going to try to spread the floor, run pick and roll, and shoot a lot of threes. That's what it's going to have to be. So I do think the game gets going to some extent. I also like Brandon Ingram over 25.5. He's locked in right now, and they're putting Mikal Bridges on CJ McCollum. He can torch every single other one of those guys. It's funny because I'm seeing in the comments, I'm also on Cam Johnson's threes. Cam Johnson over 3.5. We can go 4+. We can go 5+. 4+ at +186. 5+ at +470. He's going to get a ton of time. Him and Landry Shamet. I'm scared to bet on Landry Shamet in any capacity. So Cameron Johnson, it is. He's seen his brother. He's seen Puff show up in the national championship. He know what he got to do.
Landry Shamet.
Puff.
Man, it really hurts. I'm on the Suns -2, -110. I'm gonna let Chris Paul lose me money tonight.
I can't believe you. Oh man, when James see this, he's gonna be so disappointed.
Yeah, Jay Reach, don't come out. I faded him once before. Only one time have I faded the Pels since the since the CJ trade. The rest of the times I've just stayed off it. But
we're going head to head. We're going head to head tonight on with Daily Bread's final pick of the day. I'm on the Pels.
Let's do it.
I'm on the Pels.
We almost had I really want to go head to head with the Heat as well, but I won't do it. That one has the easiest way of just the Heat rolling the Game 3 dub. I think the Suns have to go in there, and they can't go down 2-1. If the Pels, and what they've been saying in our comments before, I think it was Big Game James saying that it's where his career started and where his career ended. If CP3 doesn't show up in New Orleans tonight, man, oh man, am I going to get on Twitter for once? And I don't get on Twitter a lot. I'll get on Twitter tonight.
It's gonna be lovely. Go Pels.
Yes, go Pels, but
they won't
we're not
back
gonna
down.
win anything.
WBD. We in this shit together.
I'm sorry. I'm
Hashtag
sorry.
WBD on God. You heard? I'm rocking with the city. I'm rocking with New Orleans tonight. The blender's gonna be fucking rocking. You heard? The blender's gonna be
Not a
fucking
great footy slate today. Jam-packed weekend though. So
we'll be back tomorrow.
yeah, I was about to say we'll be back tomorrow. We'll probably have a Sunday show as well.
Oh yeah.
We can't.
Oh,
I mean, when
yeah.
there's going to be elimination games and 2-1 games, you can't take off a Sunday anymore. We got 4 NBA games tomorrow, so make sure you be locking in with Sosa and I live. Full MLB slate tomorrow. We got all the domestic leagues from the Premier League, Serie A to MLS. I'll have plays in that as well. And as usual, if we're not good enough for you, if you want the extra, make sure to ask about the weekend deal. DM the handle rolling out below. We appreciate all of you who tapped in to get that extra weekend bankroll. Sosa was a nice, solid 3-1 yesterday on the show. We're looking to roll that back into today. Everyone have a great weekend. If you can't tap in with us tomorrow, Daily Bread, we out.
We outside.